down 1,000 times. I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I'm standing right here. Demons all around, but I ain't got no fear.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Joseph Robert, the fantasy football counselor. Got a big episode here with Fantasy's First Lady. You guys kept asking, can you have her back on? Bring Gwen back on. So we actually decided to make her co-host. So I think she might be a keeper here on the show. Gwen, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be the host and come back.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. We're talking about wide receivers we love. And last episode, we had you on, and we didn't figure out your camera thing. You looked a little,
Casper-like.
Casper-like, yeah, a little Casper-like on here. And it looked a little rough, but we got it down. You got a nice little background set up there. And we're excited to have you. And, if you guys don't know, her because everyone kept asking me what the is at the Football Barbie. You can find her there. And also, she actually is a football player. So Gwen, do you want to tell everybody a little bit about you before we get into wide receivers we love? Because they're going to be seeing more of you and they're excited to see more of you. And people in the comments get crazy. So in the comments, if you're new to the channel, hit a thumbs up for Gwen. Gwen, ask them to hit a thumbs up. Maybe they'll hit more thumbs up if you ask them. How about that?
Yeah, that would be great if they hit some thumbs up for me. For those people who didn't listen to the last episode that I was on, I actually play flag football. I have been playing for 10 years. I play co-ed and I play with women. I'm actually playing in a tournament this upcoming weekend, which is really exciting. But I play wide receiver, I play corner and linebacker. So I'm excited to be here and I have a lot of football knowledge.
Yeah, and she was harassing me, like, can we do a wide receiver episode? I'm like, sure, let's make your first episode as the introduced co-host as a wide receiver episode. And here we are. We have a wide receiver episode. There you go. And sound effects. And we're going to drive her nuts with the sound effects. It's going to be a lot of fun. So wide receivers we love, go give the Football Barbie a follow and drop a thumbs up. And if you have not secured the 16-round draft solution, go do that now and use the code. Do you know what the code is yet, Gwen? Do you know what the code is for 60 rounds to save on it?
No.
You say
50%.
It's smash, as in what people are going to do with their leagues if they get the 16-round draft. So secure it, guys. I've linked it below, or head on over to thefantasyfootballaccounts.com. And also the Patreon group, guys. Gwen may be making appearances. We're trying to get her set up in the Patreon group to get direct access to myself and Gwen in the Patreon group, patreon.com/FF Counselor. We've also linked that below if you want to talk to Gwen this season, because we're going to have an in-season community. And Gwen, are you going to be a part of this yet? We're still trying to decide. You want to be part of the Patreon, don't you? The front lines.
Yes, I definitely want to be part of the Patreon for sure.
All right, we're excited, to have you. So welcome to the show, guys. We had to make a big introduction here, and it's a good show to do it on. So we've got 6 wide receivers we love. She's got 3, I've got 3. Gwen, why don't you start off with the first wide receiver that you absolutely love this season? And let me cue in the intro here. Who do you love? And we don't mean love. You have to have them on your team. You love them. Who do you love?
I'm going to go with the mismatch nightmare, as Jamal Agnew recently called him, Calvin Ridley. So Ridley is actually someone I'm just really excited to see play football again. After about a 2-year layoff, I think he's instantly going to become the best receiver that Trevor Lawrence has to throw to. I think there's no reason he shouldn't be able to perform at a wide receiver 1 level for the price of a wide receiver 2. He's on a contract year, and I think he's going to be on a mission trying to recreate his last year in the league, where he went for almost 1,400 yards and 9 touchdowns. So I think he's a great pick.
Yeah, I think he's solid. Trevor Lawrence, love Trevor Lawrence this year. The sky is the limit. And when you look at Ridley, I'm actually you probably saw this. I'm in the $2,000 buy-in league, which is insane.
I did see that. It's crazy.
I won it last year. So what happens is if you win your league, you get like a free buy back in. I won the whole league, but then what happens is you go on to like 16, 17,000. I lost that because you're against 17,000 other people, and it's just like best points for, and I think a couple guys crapped the bed last year. But either way, I won the league. I get another buy-in this year. And Trevor Lawrence is coming off, I think he's got a 7-8, but Ridley came off round 3, which is insane. But you see the ceiling there. Kirk is there, maybe a factor. But listen, I love this offense this year. I'm excited about this offense. Tank Bigsby, a sleeper at the running back position. See, we're giving you bonuses here, but I wish that we had like wide receivers that we could kind of debate on. I think there might be a couple, but this is one we're going to agree on, which again, I want to fight you though. I want to battle. I want to battle.
We can battle.
We could
We'll see
battle.
what your picks are.
But this one, I mean, I like it. You like it. But it sounds like the audience likes it. You got to admit you like my sound effects. Let's be honest.
You love the sound effects.
I love it.
I just have to wait for them to end so that I can say my.
Guys, in season, make sure you guys subscribe. We will have a news and notes segment too, which we'll be adding. And Gwen, should I save the sound effect for breaking news, or do you want to hear it now?
I think we can save it.
We now have breaking news.
I'm not going to save it. And then, so we have this guy here. No, check it out. So
we now have breaking news.
Yeah, so we have that guy. And listen to your intro song. You ready for that? You're going to love this.
Oh, gosh.
We now have breaking news.
That sounds serious, doesn't it?
It sounds very serious.
All right, so there you have it. So breaking news, you're probably going to hear a little bit of that and maybe some Gwen, a.k.a. the Football Barbie. If you haven't given her a follow, go follow her at the Football Barbie, which I'll be tagging on my Instagram. And they're going to be harassing you, Gwen, for questions, starts and sits. And we're not going to give them the answers because they have to join the Patreon group where we're going to direct access, of course.
Exactly.
All right, my guy here, who I absolutely love. All right, we're talking love. And I missed him in the $2,000 buy-in league because everybody went wide receiver crazy, like absolutely crazy, okay? And I missed out on him. I don't know what to tell you, but it is what it is. It happens. I missed out on him. The guy that I absolutely like, I need something better than that magical twinkle here. I absolutely love this guy is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now, Gwen, I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking, why does he love this guy, okay? Well, it's simple. Williams is suspended for 7 games, okay? Amon-Ra's got that rapport with Goff, and Goff is a consistent quarterback that's going to consistently feed him. Now, last year, 146 targets, over 1,000 yards. He had 1161 yardage, 6 touchdowns. We want those touchdowns to definitely go up. But when you're looking at somebody who's safe and solid, this is him. Now, the problem is last year, Gwen, you weren't part of the team last year. You didn't know what I was doing last year with my 60 rounds and where I was recommending him. But I had him in like the 4th round. This is the guy I was recommending everyone get. Now, guess what, Gwen?
What?
Oh, that's not the sound. Where's the Consheeps song? Oh, yeah. There it is. The Consheepses have caught on. He was actually coming off last year around 4th to 5th round. Now he's coming off in the 2nd round. You're going to have to pay to get him, but I absolutely love Amon-Ra St. Brown. If you want that safe wide receiver, where I missed out on him in the $2,000 buy-in league is I went running back. So it is what it is. I missed out on, but I mean, you can't go wrong, safe and solid. Are you a fan of Amon-Ra this year?
So I think this is probably the only one of your 3 that I'm happy to agree with you on. I think, as I mentioned on the last show, I love the Lions offense this year, and the offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, has had the Lions rolling, and St. Brown is the returning focal point of the offense, and he's a PPR machine. He's catching more balls than every receiver drafted with him in 2021, even over Jamar Chase. And I think the biggest knock on him is that he hasn't found the end zone much, and maybe the Jared Goff renaissance was a one-year wonder. Other than that, I can't really say anything bad.
Yeah, can't complain. So we love him as well. So we agree with this one.
Yes, so I agree on this.
We agree.
Just on this.
Is there a cash register in here? What's going on? All right, let's move. You're liking the sound. You're acting like you don't like the sound effects, but I could tell you like the sound effects.
They're all right.
Just all right. All right, moving on here. So let's see who is it? It's your turn. Yeah, I want to hear your second wide receiver you absolutely love. We need like a love song here to show your love for this. But either way, enough with this. People are like, Joe, stop with the sound effects. In the comments below, do you like the sound effects? Let us know. Gwen, what is your vote? Are you in for the sound effects? Or are you a no?
My vote is no. So please, everybody go in the comments and tell them to stop doing the sound effects.
I don't think it matters what you or anyone say because I've got the controls right in my hand.
Anyway, so
you have no idea. I got the control board. I got the screen. I got so many sound effects. All right, let's get serious here. Who do you love as your second wide receiver here?
So I'm going to go with Garrett Wilson, reigning offensive rookie of the year, and the Wilson on the Jets, who's hopefully not out here banging his best friend's mom.
Well, what was that? What happened here?
Zach Wilson. Yeah, remember there was that rumor about how he had sex with his Stifler's
mom. Stifler's mom. Yes.
Yeah. So this Wilson hopefully not doing that, and hopefully will not be
I hope
accused of
not.
that. But anyway, and he has a birthday actually coming up this month. It's actually the day before mine, except for I'm a decade older than him. So, but anyway, he had a bunch of terrible quarterbacks, the Jets did, and now they have obviously future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers, and Rodgers has spoken very highly of Wilson, comparing him to some of his previous great wide receivers.
Right.
And Rodgers
Monty
also
Adams. Let's name name. Let's not
I'm
dance
I'm
around
getting
it.
I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay. I'm jumping
Rogers,
ahead here.
yeah, let me talk. So Rogers also tends to favor targeting one receiver with an average of 9 targets per game for his top receiver. And that average went up to almost 11 when Devontae Adams was the guy. So I think the ceiling for Wilson is really high after a productive rookie campaign with an immensely improved quarterback situation. And even though people are going to say, oh, Aaron Rodgers, he wasn't that great last year.
Right.
I mean, even with his decline last year, slight decline, I would say he performed significantly better than the Jets quarterbacks, if you go look at the stats. But I think Wilson's going to outperform his late second round ADP as long as he can build rapport with Rodgers.
So absolutely love this guy.
Yeah, I absolutely love him.
Okay. I love him too. The sky is the limit, but you're going to pay for him. You're going to have to pay a second round pick. And this is what I tell people all the time. There's so much depth at wide receiver. You could have a rookie like one we're going to mention in a moment that could really break out, and then you get him for immense value this year, and then next year, boom, like he's like a second round pick. So it's about finding the value at wide receiver. And, Wilson had a good campaign last year, and he had crappy quarterbacks throwing to him. Aaron Rodgers. Now, my only concern, obviously, is there's always a concern. No one's a guarantee in fantasy, is that Aaron Rodgers on a new team. But I think he feels warm and fuzzy. He's got his comfy blanket with him. He feels warm and fuzzy because he's brought the entire Packers team, brought Lazard.
And it's like similar colors too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark green.
Colors. I didn't even think of that. Yes, absolutely. So he'll feel right at home. And, it's still like Northeast, right? So it's not like it's any warmer or any different.
Northeast is different than the Midwest.
It's still going to be cold. Like, it's still cold. That's the point I'm trying to make, right? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, either way, it's like the rapport has to be there. And is he going to be comfortable enough? Is he going to consistently feed him? I think so. And again, he's compared him to Devontae Adams. It's exciting. Things look bright for Garrett Wilson. And God forbid, unless something catastrophic happens, like an injury or something, we don't want that. I don't see any reason why this guy doesn't get a ton of targets, 140 plus, 10 touchdowns. I don't know, man. The targets have to be there for this guy. There's no other way around it.
Yeah.
We agree. All right. Next guy here. Sounds like you're not a fan of my next two picks. We kind of just discussed it a little bit before the show. But I like this guy. And, he's not someone I'm excited about. Let me pull him up here. The guy I'm talking about is Deontay Johnson. It's not somebody like I'm just like giddy and excited about. But for a guy like me who goes heavy running back early, and I'm in rounds 5 to 6, and I see a running back there, and I'm just like, hey, man, like Deontay Johnson is the one on his team. It was kind of gross last year and disgusting that the guy only had 0 touchdowns. I was going to say 1, right? Nothing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of disgusting. And then he's got this rookie quarterback throwing to him. That's kind of disgusting, right? And they got George Pickens, who's young. That's kind of gross. But when you're looking at it, I'm not building a compelling case here, right?
No, you're definitely not.
But there's a bright side. He was the number 1 receiver last year, 147 targets, 882 yards. Pickett is now settled into the offense. He's more comfortable. Hear me out. They've improved their O-line, and there's really no way but up. I mean, it could only improve. Like 0 touchdowns. I mean, you've got to go up. And he's a wide receiver 1 on his team. For the value that you're getting him in, that's good. Do you draft him around 1, 2, 3, 4? No. Rounds 5, 6, 7, you may want to give him a look. I think the value's there. I really do. Which I already made. I kind of made the.
Yeah, you kind of tried to take all away my.
I took away your life.
Yeah, I think he's allergic to the end zone. I think. I don't think his record gets your jersey hung up in Canton, but I think he's the first player to catch 86 passes without finding the pay dirt. He's also fighting, like you said, he's also fighting for looks against second-year wideout George Pickens. That's their deep threat. I think he's a 3rd and 6 guy who will convert on a dig or come back for a first down. And I think Kenny Pickett doesn't really inspire confidence either after his up and down rookie season. So you basically pointed out my.
Listen, I like the value. And when you said allergic to the end zone, this is what I'm talking about right here. I wish I had a sneeze sound effect. How good would have that been?
That would have been a good sound effect there.
Yes. And you could see that had you been supporting my sound effect, the whole thing, I may have had one prepared, but I don't have a sneeze sound effect, but I will keep that on the queue for next time. But it'll come at the wrong time. You'll be saying something else and I'll be sneezing, so it might not work. We do still have the breaking news guy, though, if you guys are interested. You don't like that guy, do you?
We now have breaking news.
No, we don't like him.
See, the timing.
We need a sneeze sound effect.
We're
allergic to your sound effects.
Well, people in the comments, I'm sure, will probably weigh in the counselor's side. We'll see whose side they're on. All right. I'm sure they want the sound effects.
We'll see about that.
I have a feeling it's not going to go in my favor.
I don't think so either.
All right. Next one here. It's your turn, I think, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So this is the one that you love.
Yeah.
I don't agree with this one. So we're going to probably fight. So, okay. Who is it?
So obviously Devontae Smith. As an Eagles fan, we had a few top receivers that I could have picked for this, but and while I personally love AJ Brown, I don't think there's enough difference in value to justify not scooping up Devontae after AJ. Over half the year, Smith caught more passes and only had one less touchdown than AJ. He's a super technical route runner that can read and expose defenses and always seems to be open for Jalen when he's on the move, finding soft spots in the zone. AJ Brown capitalized on long bomb touchdowns, but Smith was able to get open in the red zone when defenses doubled AJ. Hurts has progressed every year in the league as a passer, and I think he's going to take another step this year, only for Smith to get more looks. And as a side note, Devontae Smith's catch in the Super Bowl I watched live. And that is still such a sore subject for me. Yeah, that's a good sound effect. So talking about him just makes me sad.
Yeah, well, you know what? This is a happy show because we're at full-time fantasy football season. The thing is, I'm not really crazy on Smith, especially in that 3rd round, 4th round ADP. The way I look at it is he's a wide receiver 2, although he was like a top 10 finisher last year. So we're looking at wide receiver 1 numbers. Jalen Hurts throws quite a bit. He got paid. He got incentivized. He's got to deliver. Barring any type of Jalen Hurts injury, which would be catastrophic because they paid him like $500 million. I don't see any reason why Smith is not consistent. I mean, but they had such a good year last year. I'm always hesitant on 2 wide receivers coming off 2 amazing years. Him and AJ Brown had 2 good years. I hate to say it. I don't want to be like a negative Ned here, right? I really don't. But it's unlikely that the same receivers that, it's very hard for 2 receivers to finish that high and that for them to do it again. I feel like something's going to go wrong. So if you are drafting Devontae Smith, I hope it doesn't go wrong for you. Again, he's still a wide receiver 2 on the team. I like to aim high on the depth chart, try to aim for a running back or a wide receiver 1. But again, you can't go wrong. The talent is there. Jalen Hurts is amazing. You can't predict injury. I personally won't be drafting Smith.
Wow.
That's it. Yeah, I know it's harsh. This is a harsh.
Did you watch the game? Did you watch him last year?
He's good. He's good.
His catches are incredible.
He's still a wide receiver 2 to AJ Brown, but I think he had, I don't have the stats right, but I think he had like more catches or more targets than AJ Brown last year. Didn't have more touchdowns, but I think it was more targets or something like that, or catches. But either way, the guy's good. It's like a direct split, but they're both putting up crazy numbers, which is insane. Is that sustainable is my question, which I don't know. That's the big question. All right, I got one more here, which again, you're not happy about, but I don't care because I can get him out in around 7 to 9, and he's valued, and he can be the wide receiver 1 in his team. The guy I'm talking about is Quentin Johnson, who was drafted in the 1st round by the Chargers. Do you know the stat here, Gwen? I'm going to give you a stat here. Did you know that I'm thinking Jalen Hurts. I'm still in Eagles mode here, by the way.
Yeah, that's a good mode to be in.
It is. Herbert. I'm in Herbo time mode. Herbo time. Do you like that term? We're going to say Herbo time. But yeah, Justin Herbert. Someone said Herbo time. It's like Turbo time, but it's Herbo time. Anyway, it's a joke.
That's the pity laugh.
It's a bad joke. So where was I going with this? Quentin Johnston drafted in the 1st round. Okay, 1st round. And Mike Williams and Keenan Allen is old as dirt. I think he's going to line up in the slot. Quentin Johnston is the future, and I see him being the wide receiver 1. And the stat I was going back to is Herbo time. Justin Herbert is in a contract year, and last year had a terrible year. His entire wide receiver core was banged up. They missed a ton of time, and he was second in passing attempts. So when you look at volume, Herbert is going to be constantly throwing. And you don't draft a person in the first round. He's going to be on the field a lot. And you get him for value, a potential wide receiver 1. Listen, I'm all over Quentin Johnston. There's a chance he busts. There's a chance that Mike Williams, continues to, be the wide receiver 2. But I don't think so. I think either Allen, Williams, or both get hurt. Quentin Johnston emerges. Kellen Moore, new offensive coordinator. Cowboys' old offensive coordinator, did some good stuff in Dallas. They're going to be airing the ball a lot. So look out, Quentin Johnston. Love him, value. What is your objection? Because I can't imagine there is one after all that.
Well, I think that you said the future is bright for him. I think I love him for next year. Okay. I think he's your third wide receiver you're talking about, and coincidentally, he's the third best receiver on his team. I think the Chargers drafted him as a piece to replace the aging Keenan Allen, who's injured a bunch, but probably still the best route runner in the league when he's healthy. Johnson, I think, will be effective when he sees the field, as he has a huge frame and he was a baller at TCU. But he's nothing more than a late round flyer you can probably grab near the end of every draft in every league if you want to, hoping for the injuries of the top 2 guys on the Chargers.
No, he's coming out. Like, he's actually coming off around 7 and 9. I mean, some people will sleep on him. I mean, he sometimes falls late. A lot of people don't know who he is. Some people do. Like, the casual person will not draft him. Like, I was in this $2,000 money league, and Keenan Allen came off round 3. I'm not drafting Keenan Allen. And the way I look at it is this. Do you remember when Jefferson came in and Thielen was like the 1, and then he became like a nobody? Well, I don't see any reason why the same thing can't happen here, whereas Keenan Allen becomes a nobody and Quentin Johnston emerges. So I'm stubborn, man. I love the young guys. I really do.
Yeah, like Bijan.
Bijan. By the way, if you see this, I'm actually wearing your shirt. I'd show it to you, but I got to turn around and the mic's gonna get tied up here. Do you want to see? You don't really care.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Now you need to learn how to pronounce his first name. Then I'll let you wear the shirt again on the next.
You know what we should do? So I was thinking about this. I want to go to like a crowded area, like a mall or a game. No, not a game, because then people know who he is. I want to go to an area where there isn't a lot of football fans, and I want to hold like a sign that says Bijan and ask people how to say it. And I guarantee 9 out of 10 people will say Bijan. They will not say Bijan. Guaranteed 100%.
I don't think that's 100% guarantee.
Well, we should do this. We should do the experiment. I'm down. So that's it. I mean, this is it. We're out of wide receivers. What do? We say goodbye? I don't think people want to say goodbye. They want to talk to you. So they can extend the conversation at patreon.com/FF Counselor Patreon group, guys. We're going to add Gwen to it. It's going to be a season-long thing. It's going to be a lot of fun, amazing community. And make sure you guys are subscribed, following her at, where's your name here? I got to pull you back up here. There you go. You can't see it, but I can. Oh, your name is gone. They've gotten rid of your name. Okay, where is it? Okay, so the Football Barbie on Instagram, Fantasy's First Lady. And again, your name is gone. So either way, it's at the Football Barbie. Apparently, this program likes to delete people's names, but you can see Gwen there. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Thumbs up. Gwen, is there anything else you want to say to the fans? I mean, you're going to be seeing a lot of them, so they may be asking you a lot of questions and a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm just excited to be doing this. So if people want to write in questions, and they can go to my Instagram page, I do Q&As on my Instagram story all the time, and they're happy to write in and ask me questions. I'll answer them.
Yeah, so everyone complained. Like I said, they always complain. Joe, you're a couch potato. All you know is fantasy. Now we know football because you played on the field. That's it.
Yes, yeah, I play. So I'll be in a tournament this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, actually playing. So
nice.
And it's more than Joe can say.
I'll be on the couch somewhere yelling at some
learning how to pronounce the football players' names.
We're gonna be doing. We got to do a suck-a-sode together where we talk about players that suck and get you out of your comfort zone. I'm gonna be yelling at some players. You might not want to agree with them, but we got to be honest. That's all. So we're gonna have to get you on the suck-a-sode as well. Yeah,
I'm down for that.
All right. We'll talk soon, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe, thumbs up, and follow at the the Football Barbie, Fantasy's First Lady. We got to get the names down. That's what it is. All right. We'll talk soon, guys. We're out. Bye, Gwen.
Bye. You too.
Bye, everyone.